in here and come in and shoot the shiznit and chit the chat with me and grab a read. But I figured, why not? Just to see what's going on and to touch bases with my people that are on here that I haven't touched bases with in a while. So feel free to let's see how it goes. Hey, it works. Oh, and if you are on another app, because this does broadcast to Instagram and all, I may not actually be able to see your comments. So I'm not ignoring you. So don't be like, she's just being rude as hell. No, I'm not. I promise. It's just for some reason it's not showing me those comments. So if you can come actually in here on apps, I will absolutely read you or chit chat with you or whatever. So, just kind of do that. So how you been doing, Mr. Lee? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. What do you think about all this crap that's going on in the world and how things are unfolding? Hey, sir. Stop. I can be rude and I can be mad. It takes a lot to get me to that point, though. I actually had, even Chris, when I was with her, she would be like, I want you to get mad. I think she would deliberately try to push buttons just to see. But it takes a lot for me to get to that point. And even when I am, I don't really like express it vocally, like flip out and sling shit and throw shit and cuss and all. I don't destroy shit or attack people. I pretty much get quiet and I go inward and I will power clean the hell out of my entire house and pop some headphones in and listen to some music and process my emotions before I come at someone to talk about it. So I accredit years of therapy because I absolutely love the mental health industry so that I could actually be able to do that and not like lose my shit on people. They don't take nap. He's like whining, he's talking, he's all mad. He's like, Mom, who are you talking to? It's not me. It's not me, Mom. Oh no, it's the end of the world. So, yeah. Hey, how you doing, Miss Angie? I'm kind of excited because I don't know how many of you know, I actually have a new girlfriend now. And she's coming to visit me, and she's going to be here from the 1st to the 24th. And so I get to spend time with her. And so it's kind of another reason I'm doing a live because I want to try to get as much money coming up as I can so that while she's here, we don't have to like do a whole bunch because I'm wanting to be able to go because her aunt lives in California for her to come down. We'll come here and us drive down to California and go see her aunt because her aunt is elderly and she's starting to get dementia. And I want her to be able to see her because girlfriend lives in New Jersey. And so it's not an easy trip to go from California to New Jersey, especially given the climate that the world's in right now. And we honestly have no idea where it's going to go with the things that are going on, as far as just the world climate in general. I'm not even talking COVID. I'm talking about like the Ukrainian situation. And so I just really want to get her here and let her go see her aunt and hang out and all. So I've been trying to figure out rental cars, and I don't drive, so I've never had to rent a car. And the times when we would rent a car previously, Chris would handle it. And so it's kind of a trying to figure it out kind of deal. It's not enjoyable. Not enjoyable. So, oh, also, I have hours for $65 instead of 85. So if you guys want to, is she pretty? I think she's gorgeous. She the last couple women I dated were white, and she is not. So I am doing readings, but yeah. So you can contact me because even with her here, because she's going to be here for like three weeks, a little over actually. I'll be doing some readings here and there because I have bills to pay and I want gas money, like I said, so we can go to California and see her aunt and just hang out and be silly. But yeah, Lee, you're on my Facebook. If you go on my Facebook, you can see her. I posted a video of her tying waist beads on my cousin. So, yeah, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's got a beautiful smile. She just makes me happy. It's a good thing. So I am doing readings if you want to. It's a minimum $7 donation. You know the deal. You've been around a long time. You've been around since Periscope, which I miss dearly. I've had a couple people. I do have the same PayPal. It's the exact same. All of my things are. I've never changed them. But I've had a couple people message me lately about Heckle, saying that Heckle's really picking up and that it's doing pretty good over there. I have it downloaded. I went there like twice and broadcasted, but it was very much crickets. And I don't think that it gives you the option unless things have changed to actually like hook your Facebook and your Instagram and all of that up to it so you can go at one time. I'll be here, Miss Angie. And that's one thing I do like about this app because it lets you broadcast to everywhere at one spot instead of like, just there. So it kind of kills like multiple birds in one stone. And I overlooked my dog. He's been very, very talkative today. He's very vocal all the time. But yeah, he definitely got some stuff to say. I don't know. I started digging because I was like, are all pit bulls this way? No, nothing comes close to Periscope. I mean, Periscope had its problems, but realistically, there was a very much a sense of community. And I feel like since Periscope has been eliminated, that sense of community, no matter what app I've been on, has not been there. It's not been a situation where you log on and you've got your 20, 30 regulars that are just boom in there. And I mean, I do realize also some of it is because I have not been broadcasting regularly since Scope went down. I used to broadcast 2 or 3 times a week. At one point, I was definitely, probably broadcasting more than that, but I haven't been doing that. So, I mean, part of that is my fault for not maintaining it, but it's hard when the energy is not the same and the vibe's not the same. And, some people scattered to different apps. And that's one reason I like this, because if the other people are like on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they can still watch it and participate when it shows me the comments. Whereas, like on specific apps, if I go through to like Heckle or something, they can't have that option. So it's a little annoying. Um, you're all right. You're good. This dog here, y'all, he's just a crazy dog. And overlook my arm if you see it, because I rammed it into the couch. And oh, you can't see. But I jacked it up. Look at that. I hit it on the couch. And that joker hurts. And I don't know what it is, but it's like as I've aged, I can whack something and just one little bump and it's 20 shades. So the joys of being old, or getting old, I should say. Let me let this dog go out. All right, hold on. Let me let him out and I will grab you. All right. So what do we want to know, Miss Angie? You beautiful. I'm sorry, I just kind of had to sing the Rolling Stones song for a minute. Okay, work. So we just want to know about the work situation, general for work, or did you have a specific question you wanted me to look at? Okay. Well, the work situation, I think, is definitely a complex one. I mean, looking at the cards, the first thing that comes up is the Five of Swords in a reverse position. So I feel like whatever your circumstance or situation is, it comes across like there is employment. It doesn't come across like you're without a job or without income, that kind of thing, because that card would indicate that it's almost like an internal battle. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, well, we're gonna look at work first, and then we're gonna just move forward then, because I thought you wanted like work. So you get a treat. So what I was saying is about the work situation. It definitely looks like it's an internal struggle, because that card, the Five of Swords in reverse, is where you have to weigh things. Like, it's almost like, should I stay here? Should I look for something else? Would I be able to find something? Would it be a hard thing? So I feel like the discontentment is yours, but I also feel like right now you're in a situation where you feel like you're stuck there, and you know that it's probably the best thing for you. And honestly, I would have to agree, because I feel like if you were to go somewhere else, you wouldn't have that sense of stability. So that makes me feel like it would be harder for you to find a job, harder for you to, or at least find a job with what you require, because I mean, realistically, it goes beyond money. There's other things involved in a job. Um, Good news is I don't see any health issues coming up. So I don't see any swords. So I don't think that, other than that Five of Swords, and that's in a reverse. So that's emotional. So I don't feel like, as far as health, physical health, there's any conflicts or issues that you really need to be focused on. If something does come up, it seems like it would be small, allergies, cold, that kind of thing. So that's a blessing. Financially, you've got the whole Knight of Pentacles in an upright position, which is you moving forward. So I do feel like right now, financially, it's not like a situation where you're just, I mean, everybody realistically can use more money, but I don't see you in a situation where you're just really struggling. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ray. How do you, Ram? I feel like, that's you looking forward. That's you knowing what you've got coming in, knowing what you need to pay, being in control of it. So I don't see any dips, or I don't see any bonuses. Yeah, I wish everyone could be rich too. So, I mean, to me, the financial looks like a continuation. And I think that is a direct correlation to the job. It's not changing. You're staying there because you know you can afford to change things right now. Spiritually, the card you have is Temperance in a reverse position. So to me, it's very much like it's saying that the aggravations you were feeling toward people, because we all have these points where we just get aggravated with people. People get on our damn nerves. We don't want to deal with them. We don't want to be around them. It's almost like you're in a situation now where you're starting to crave people again. I can see your comments, right? I said, hey, but it's almost like you're starting to crave people again. You're starting to want the physical interactions. You're starting to get a little more patience with people and be less, less I want to choke a bitch, for lack of better words. So, I mean, overall, you look like you're on a good place. Like I said, there's no help. I don't see the finances changing up and down. The job looks like it's continuation. People are getting on your nerves less. It seems like everything is starting to shift and you can breathe a little easier right now. And that's a good thing, because I mean, realistically, everybody needs that. It just feels lighter. That's it's kind of like the word I get, lighter. It's like energetically there's been a shift and you're moving forward. And it's just a lighter feeling. It's more of an acceptance. It's okay, Ray. We all have those moments. My internet was glitchy as hell the other day, and I was so aggravated because I was trying to broadcast with Susan, and every time I turned around, it's like I don't know if you remember, because you might be a baby. We used to have commercials, and I think it was Pepsi, and they had a guy named Max Hedron, and he was a robot, and he'd be like, Max Hedron here," and he, that's kind of what it was like. The screen would freeze, and then they would get the mouth, where it's like in the old voiceover movies with like the Chinese folks, where the mouth would move and the words wouldn't match, and then you would hear "doom." It is $7 per question, a minimum. If you want to do more, you can do more. I'll give you more, but it's kind of the situation. And feel free to share it out. Let folks know I'm here, because I don't know all the ins and outs of sharing this like I used to on Periscope, where I could just, I'm going to have to kind of poke around. Yes, I'm in my pajamas, people, but you done seen me in my pajamas before. Don't ask no questions. I got my hoo-ha covered. We good. Don't nobody want to see that thing. So, is that good? Dog is retarded. This damn dog trying to eat his own foot. Oh, I can't flip it. I was gonna flip it and let y'all see this fool. Oh, I can't flip it. Let's see. Let's see. Luke, how you doing? He's done got huge now. He done got huge. The turtle is no longer with me. The turtle got so big, I could not deal with her anymore. It's like I would wake up in the morning, and turtles don't, people don't realize turtles have a lot of body strength. And so she could literally like move the recliners, move the end tables. I would get up every morning and she would have rearranged the furniture in the living room. And so I actually had to get rid of her, but I didn't just give her to like some random person. I gave her to Newport Zoo. And so she is now a resident at Newport Zoo in Newport, Oregon. So, oh, another thing, 2 vets told me it was a she. I get her in Newport Zoo and they're like, it's a he. So, Ree was Renault, I guess. And she is a he. That could be why that tortoise was grumpy, because I was like all the time calling it a she, and it could have had some gender identity crises or some shit because of me. I feel bad, but the good thing is, it's like I can call, I can check on her and him. I had a tortoise for a long time. It's hard for me to say him when it's a her in my brain, but I can call and do a checkup and say, "Hey, how's Miss Ree?" And they send photos, and there's other tortoises like her, so that's a good thing. So it feels nice. All right. So Ray, what we want to know about Ray? Where we going at it? What we gonna do? Answer these questions. Ray, when it's your turn, you're next on the list. It's you, because I haven't really been on that long, and there's not that many people in here, and yeah. You're very welcome, Angie. So, what does Ray need to know about love and romance? Focus her energy. Hey, don't tear the cushions off the couch. Okay. Here's what we've got going on for you, Ray. First thing that comes up is you have the Queen of Wands in a reverse position. To me, this is more of a mental standpoint. And I know you asked for love, but I kind of want to give like the backstory as I see it on the cards. With the Queen of Wands in a reverse position, that's you not feeling emotionally stable necessarily. So even though things are good, I feel like you've got some imposter syndrome. You've got some endless questioning. I'm good, other than I jacked my arm up. It's a little bruised. It's proudy. But I feel like right now you're just in a place emotionally where you're questioning everyone and everything. So even if someone was to be like, I really like you, Ray. I really want to get freaky with you and be your best friend and be your man, you would be like, what's this motherfucker want? Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. You should have seen me back I got Jamaican all of a sudden. You should have seen me back when I fell down the stairs. So yeah, my whole back, I broke a rib, fractured a rib. It was like awful. But anyway, like I'm saying, I feel like even if somebody came in and was like, you tapping, I think there's a way you can do that. I don't know what it is though. Oh, I don't know, but there is a thing you can do where you can send that, but I don't know how. But like I was saying, I feel like with you, Ray, right now, you're in a place where you're questioning everything. And yeah, skeptical. But here's the thing, I feel like so much is shifting for you. And even though it's like I was saying with Angie, there's just this whole shift, not just planetary wise, She's got her shift, but yours, whereas hers just feels like everywhere in the world is freeing up. It's almost like you're learning to let go a lot easier. I hope you understand what I mean. It's almost like you're learning to take the heaviness that you typically bring into a situation. I think the better question is who's coming toward him love wise. Well, we'll cover that one too. So, you got the Six of Cups, which is playful energy. You're in a place where you could attract someone. And like I was saying, I think it's just your energy is shifting, and the heaviness you had in you, where you felt like you didn't necessarily have the choices to change your circumstances. I feel like you're seeing you do have the choices and the ability to change your circumstances. So it's shifting your energy, which is allowing opportunities for things to come in. Because, like I said, you've got the Six of Cups, which is playful, it's youthful, it's kind of flirty. I wouldn't expect like a massive, serious, heavy, committed relationship, but I do feel like you would be able right now to attract someone and have people that were interested in you. Hello. And I'm good. You would have people that would be interested in you in the romantic aspect of at least fun and games for right now. I don't honestly, you might not want to hear this, feel like you're in a place where you are prepared for the heaviness of a serious committed relationship. I feel like that would be what you would be interested in. More of a casual, more of a fun, low key kind of thing. I feel like, anything else. Yeah. I just, do I have a chance with the Okay, questions are done by donation. You have to make a minimum donation of $7 or more per question, and I will add you, and you can get your question answered. You can pay through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Um, Let me know if you need those, and I can throw them out for you. Um, so right now, energy shifting. I do feel like doors are opening, people are coming in. I don't see anyone specific as much as it's just like your energy shifting, so the energy's moving out to it. It's almost like if you drop a drop of food coloring in water, how it sinks down and it's like a little ball, and then you watch it kind of dissipate into the water and change it. That's kind of the stage you're in right now. It's like you just dropped it and it's kind of going to the bottom and sinking out. So you just now entered that place where everything is shifting. That's cute. I want to try that. I'm not sure what you mean with that, the water thing. But you're I don't see someone as far as an individual, as much as just the doors opening and the energy's flooding in and the opportunities are there if you keep moving forward and you keep working on yourself, in the sense that you are seeing the possibilities and your heaviness is going on. Until the last time you check, I know, but you're shifting. I mean, it's like I said in the beginning, there's this whole awareness in you where you're starting to discover you do have choices and options, and you can change, your whole perspective. And by your glasses, I want them. Hey, I got two pair. It remind me of the old guy from the movie Up, Disney. The one of the house floats with the balloons. My girlfriend's like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, I can totally see me as that old man. If I had like a butchy ass haircut and put me a little suit on. But yeah, they're comfortable. I love them. And it helps me to see things. So your energy shifting, right? You're in a good place. I feel like as long as you keep moving forward, it's going to happen. The closest right now you've got for a potential for like a boyfriend or a person would be at about 3 months from now. And that's when the world card comes in and things really start to shift if you keep moving forward that energy. But yeah, I mean, right now it just really seems like the next 3 months is just a continual building of you and a shedding of all of that old energy you've had. Right now, it's almost like you're a snake or a lizard. You're shedding your skin and forming a new ID. So, yep, that's Lee and that's Ray. We know Ray. He was on a Periscope, so he's good. So y'all, I'll be following each other. That way, you know if somebody goes live, you can see them and you can keep up with them. And Mhm. You're in a good place. You're in a very good place right now. And I think I said a lot of it is the mental and emotional standpoint where you are shedding the old skin and that I don't even want to say defensiveness, but it's kind of like you were trapping yourself in a place of not necessarily being a victim, but it was like you just weren't allowing yourself to see possibilities. And now that's starting to change. It's like you got very fed up with the energy and the dynamic, and you're starting to make choices and, really put yourself out there energetically in all areas. And so it's opening up doors and shifting things. And so I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing, Ray. You're doing good. It's a good thing. So it says there's like 24 people watching, but I only see 3 people in here talking. So you guys, if you're watching, feel free to chime in and say hello. You can chime in. You can request a read. You can jump up in the conversation because we all good people here. We all talk to people. We talk to everybody, unless you ugly and mean. And by ugly, I don't mean ugly like physically, because face it, ain't none of us beauty queens or kings. But we pretend sometimes. And we walk on the catwalk. We do our little turns on the catwalk. You're welcome, Ray. I'm glad things are shifting for you because it felt very heavy for a while there. And I do worry about you. I'll go check your Facebook. See, people like, well, you don't never talk to me. I check y'all shit. If you on my social media, I scroll through. But the thing is, I don't hit like and comment and shit on stuff because people see I'm online when I do that. And then they want to start messaging me. And sometimes I just want to scroll through. I don't want to talk to people. So I would just like, okay, I see what you posted, scroll through. So, I mean, I do watch y'all people. I just don't comment on shit. That way people don't pop up in my instant messages and I want to talk. And y'all do that shit too. And then sometimes when you have a sleep, you fuck up and hit a button and you like a person's comment, and 2 seconds later, their ass is in your instant messages and they know you're awake because they just seen you like their shit. What you doing awake? Not talking to you. That's what I'm doing. You all do this shit. I am not the only one. Y'all know y'all do this shit too. So, and it's bad because like on Facebook, it's supposed to be where you can be incognito and nobody know you there. That's a lie. That is such a lie. I don't know why they even put that as an option because they tell everybody. You log on Facebook and everybody knows. They send out a message to everybody. They got horns on all the hilltops, megaphones and shit. I'm so glad you're back live. I missed you too. You go on Facebook, you just gotta stick your pinky toe in the room of Facebook. And they let everybody know you there. Then you got all them stalking ass people messaging you. I'm gonna try to get back in the habit of broadcasting more because honestly, I miss it. I used to have so much fun. It was so nice. Especially like if I was bored in the evenings. Shit. I could just come on here and even if I didn't read, just check in with people and hang out. And I just miss the exchange. I mean, because I don't drive, don't have a car. Most of my groceries are brought to me or delivered through Amazon. And so in the middle of the night, I just come out at all hours of the time. I don't never leave my house. And so it's me and that four-legged person in there. And he's mental. He is mental. That dog is like, he's whacked the hell out. Nobody told me. I mean, I had dogs when I was a child, but they mostly stayed outside. They were like hunting dogs. We was country shit. No one told me that they talk And it ain't just me saying this. He will scream words. He will tell you no. He'll say, yeah. He'll cry for fries. Um, there's a lot of words he says. It's the weirdest damn thing. And I'm not the only one who hears it. Uber hears it. Hi, cucumber toast. He knows. He knows the notification sound on my phone for Uber. And he hears that, he will run to the door and start yelling for French fries. Uber's even heard it and be like, did your dog just ask for fries? Yep, he did. He's random like that. So, hello, Melissa. How goes? How you doing? And hello, Cucumber Toast. I think I already told you. Welcome to the broadcast. I don't know if you are new here. I am taking questions. It's by a minimum donation of $7 or more. You pay through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, and I get you. And there's no list right now because I wasn't planning on coming on. It was a surprise. I'm here kind of deal. So, oh my God, he's so rotten. And he thinks he's a lap dog. He doesn't get that he weighs like 70 pounds. Oh. Well, welcome to the broadcast. You guys be sure to follow. I'm going to be doing more broadcasts. I used to broadcast on Periscope and on Facebook, and I came here, but never really broadcast a whole bunch. But a little bit about me. My name is Abby. I have been reading for 31 years daily for clients. That's a long time to be doing a job. But I also do energy work, shamanic works. I own a huge shop. I don't know if you guys know about it. I actually own a mall online now. It's called As Above, a Witch's Spot. But it sells everything from sage and incense burners, clothing, books, things about the craft, pagan religions, spirituality, metaphysical stuff. There's probably 60 different tarot decks on there. There's pendulums, there's dowsing rods, there's singing bowls, there's rune sets. You can go check out the mall. Yeah, it's As Above, a Witch's Spot. And yeah, it's another reason I don't do a lot of lives anymore because, well, I run that. So it also has a page on Facebook, so you can go on Facebook if you type it in. Or I think I actually posted it on my wall earlier. So if you're on my Facebook, you can just go look on my Facebook and you can. Thank you, Ray. I still have more things I need to do because I've got a lot of things I need to go in and add specific tabs. Like, this is just clothing. This is just tarot decks and divination tools. This is singing bowls or this is herbs and incense, that kind of deal. That way people can click and it can work out. I love what's the items are on there. You're going to have to check it out. Yeah. I've got to go add some more things. It's been a bitch because it's hard because of all the delays in the mails and shippings. Things that are supposed to be like 3 weeks to get there are taking anywhere from like 4 to 6 weeks. So people are getting impatient. And I'm just kind of like having to message them and say, look, the order's coming. It's already shipped, but it's getting delayed. So just be patient if you order, because depending on what you order, it is coming from different places in the world. Some of it is like finished products, because it's not like I'm sitting in my backyard chipping away making singing bowls. So if you order one, it's going to come from my supplier, and my supplier may be here or this one here. And so, Abby Ann in her backyard printing tarot cards. That is not me. That's not what I do. But yeah, I've got to go and I've got to update it all and get it going, and it's nice. And I'm trying to also like focus on like I am getting older realistically, and I'm clumsy and I do stupid shit like screw myself up and fall down steps and hurt my arm. And well, that wasn't from the steps. That was me playing with my dog and I hit my arm on the couch. That's all it took. But I gotta kind of I gotta start taking care of me in my old age and do things that are simpler, that do not take excessive amounts of energy, and, that allow me to log on to a computer, every other day and just hit some buttons and, me still be able to make money, or, just have an added sense of stability. I'm not young either. I'm not old, but I'm definitely not young. I don't want to be young forever. I mean, my thing is, I can't. Okay. If I did not have the physical limitations of body and I did not deal with RA and lupus on a daily, I would be thrilled to grow old because I want to get old. I want to be that old woman on the block that all the people are scared to run, go by her house because she's got the waist length, silver hair to her ass, and she's got like the wind chimes and the weird shit growing and the herbs, and I want to be the one that like, that's the old witch. I want to be that. I want to fucking be that. Have no problem with that. I just want my body to allow me to be comfortable and do it and me not be in excessive amounts of pain. With youth in my mind, that I would never go back to when I was 25, simply because, and I know a lot of young people get pissed about this. For me, when I turned 40, there was a sense of knowing that came in. There was a sense of contentment that I could not understand. It was literally like a switch flipped and a sense of peace came into me. And it was almost like, okay, so maybe things aren't necessarily going to work out that way or go the way I planned. But I knew in my mind that all the stupid shit I had gone through and done previously, I had survived and I had made it to that point. And so I knew no matter what was thrown at me, I could handle. Hey, leave the rock alone. So, I mean, I don't want to be young again because there's so many things now that I value and covet that in my youth I took for granted. And there's so many things now that when I was young, I didn't feel that I was like, say, for example, when I was young, I did not know my worth. And that's not me coming from a point of ego. We all have a value and we assign that value to ourselves. People treat us based off of the value we set on ourselves. When I was young, I allowed myself to be in circumstances and situations with people that did not see my worth or value me. I would never go back to that youthful ignorance. I don't want to go back to my youth. I don't want to be young forever because in my mind, I I don't say I see youth as ignorance, but I look at how much I know versus, like I said, maybe like when I was 25. There, and when I remember being young and older people would tell me, oh, well, you're just young, you don't get it. And I was like, these motherfuckers think just because they're 50 or 60 or 80 that they're so much smarter than me. I remember actually having those thoughts. Well, you're inexperienced because you haven't lived life. Now I get what they were saying. It's not that I necessarily didn't walk the same path as them or that I didn't have the physical experience as far as an encounter or an interaction. It was a perspective that develops as you age and your emotional and mental and spiritual kind of evolves to a place of higher being. And so now I recognize what they were saying and I understand it. But at 25, it used to piss me off so much because it was like, do they think I'm stupid? Yeah. Okay, so Rosie, it's done by donation, and the minimum donation is $7 through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, and I will work you. So yeah, it's Lee. It's not necessarily an experience thing as far as activities. Like, oh yeah, I've never I have bungee jumped. I've never swam with sharks. Don't really have desire to, but it's not a based on experience thing as much as it's as you live and evolve and interact with people on a daily basis, your perspective shifts greatly. And as that happens, you do have a deeper understanding and you learn to see not just your side of a circumstance or situation, but you learn to see the other person's as well. and you learn to understand maybe what motivates them or what fears or anxieties are within them that would make them react or act towards you a specific way. And I think that it allows you to develop a degree of empathy and understanding that you just don't have in your youth. Yes, I'll give you one card. Will be nice. I don't really do one card, I do 3 cards, but you share away and I will hook you up. I'll be nice in that sense. Okay, so you just want a general, right? We'll hook you up. I'll be nice. Okay, you got some freaking serious cards. Okay. So here's the first thing that comes up for you. And right now it seems like everything is ultimately, and this is for Rosie, about you making choices. I think that right now you've reached a point in your life where things need to shift and change dynamically. And I feel like you're allowing interactions that aren't necessarily healthy. It goes, seems to be following a trend. The first thing that comes up is you've got the Seven of Swords in a reverse position. Oh my God, can I see? What do you mean, can you see? Like you want me to actually like flip the phone and show you all the cards? Is that what you're talking about? So anyway, the Seven of Swords in a reverse position is about weighing options, weighing choices, seeing what you need to do, what you can carry, and move forward. Okay, I don't typically do this because it's just an aggravation, but I will do this for you. That is your cards. So, what I'm saying is, the Seven of Swords in a reverse position is basically you coming to a point where you need to weigh your choices, figure out what you can carry forward and move forward carrying that and let the other things go. I feel like part of you is very hung up on the past situations and, dynamic and the things you had, the person you thought you were going to be, the choices you were planning on making, because you've got the Five of Cups in an upright position, which is you looking toward the past at spilled cups or opportunities you didn't necessarily take. And you're not even focusing on what is in front of you. So you're missing opportunities. You also have the Eight of Swords in an upright position, which deals with confinement and bondage. So it's very much like you feel like at this point, no matter what you do, excuse the language, you're fucked. It is like you cannot see how you can change your situation, even if you make those choices and it be a better or it be a positive, because you have really, not just by external forces, but by internal forces as well, broke yourself down to the point that you really feel like you're not even competent enough to make your decisions. Do you understand what I'm saying? You probably weren't planning on me to get on your ass when you came in here, but this is what I do. So here's the circumstances. At this point, you've reached a point in your life where you're going to have to do something. And even with you feeling like no matter what your choices are, you're fucked, and you feeling like you're not capable or confident enough to make the choices, you are. You have a good gut instinct and you have a good brain, okay? All you can really do at this point is to step back from this situation, take your emotion out of it, which is easier said than done. And I'm going to tell you, and this is not something I typically tell people because I'm all about, you know, use your instincts and all of this. I want you to be very logical in this because I feel like you need stability right now more than you need the emotional and the mental connectivity of people. You need to make choices based on your physical stability. So start with the housing, start with the home, the food, the power, things like that, bills, how you support yourself financially. Make those choices so that you have got some form of stability, and then move to the next thing, which would be, employment, relationships, evaluating who you want in your life or how you want to spend your life as far as your time, and then move external, because you're going to have to get to the basis first. Stop. But you're going to have to do something, because right now your inactivity is actually making it a situation where the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to start making those choices for you. And when the divine steps up and says, okay, I gave you chances and you didn't take it, it gets harder. Any good news at the end? Well, you have the Seven of Cups in a reverse position. So I don't feel like your struggle is over yet, by no means. But I feel like you are at a point where if you allow yourself, you could make choices to change things for the better. So you are in a place where you can change your situation, but it's going to require you to do something, because your inactivity is making it much, much worse. I wish I could be like, oh, and you're going to win the lottery, but that would be complete bullshit. I feel like the whole point of this reading was to tell you to get off of your ass, find the motivation, quit sitting and just kind of focusing on what could have been and should have been, or what you thought it would be, and focus on what you have and move forward. Because at this point, you living in the past and the circumstances is not bringing, well, when we don't listen and we don't do things and we're presented with choices and we don't take them, the divine will kick our ass. Absolutely. Because it's almost like they get tired of being ignored. And so things happen. You've got to start taking those choices. Inactivity is a choice. And it's a choice to. Thank you for subscribing, Raylene. So, but it's not a good choice, because then you're taking it out of your hands. And when you take it out of your hands, it puts you in a place of being completely powerless. You need to take back some of your power, because it's going to make you feel more stable. It's going to make you feel more intelligent, because then you are going to be able to have a saying in how your life plays out. Right now, you don't have, you need to start making choices. Like I said, you need to start with the fundamentals, housing, money, the things that are required for security. I feel like you have got so much on your plate and in your head that you need to sort out, that you've put off and put off and put off, that you right now just need to focus on the core things. What do I need to survive? What do I need to focus on? Housing, food, bills, job. Once you know, okay, I'm safe and I've made my necessary choices about these things, and I know that's secure, you need to start looking at your interactions with other people, because I don't feel like this is just, like I said earlier, or at least I thought it earlier. I don't feel like this mindset is just yours alone. I don't feel like this is something that you just created in your own reality. I feel like you've been in circumstances and situations where people have made you feel less than, or that, you were stupid or something like that. So you've got to learn to reprogram yourself. That's why I said, when you get the survival things taken care of, start evaluating relationships. And if you've got people there that are not like ride or die, that don't have your back, or they're not willing to put the same amount of emotion and connectivity and relationship and into having an actual relationship with you, then you need to cut them people off. Serious as shit. I don't care if it is your family. I don't care if it is your family. Everybody always says, well, blood is thicker than water. That's bullshit. That is okay. The actual expression that blood is thicker than water comes from has shifted over time. The original saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. The covenant is when two individuals that have no reason to form a friendship or anything come together to form a friendship. and they have each other's backs, and they're ride or die, and they're there taking care of each other. So it's saying the blood of the covenant, that friendship, that connection, your real friends and people, is thicker than the water of the womb. What they're talking about in the water of the womb is the sack of water that you're in, which is your family, your mother. It's saying that that is more important than the water of the womb. So it's basically saying the people that treat you right, that do right by you, that you actually have a connection with, that love you and respect you, is more important than just the people that share blood with you. People have twisted it. So don't think you have to put up with shit with, from family just because they're family. If family disrespects you and treats you like shit and walks all over you, you walk away from them. You do not have to take that. You don't. You ain't got to. You just don't. You need to learn to, like I said a while ago, people treat us based off of the value we set on ourselves. And if you've got your value at 99 cents, guess what? They're going to treat you like a 99-cent trinket. But if you say, you know what? I'm a piece of the divine. I am holy. I am worthy. I am to be, treated with respect and valued. Then as they see you treat yourself that way, they're going to start treating yourself that way because they don't know you expect it. So you need to start cutting some people out. You need to start making some choices, and you need to start rebuilding you and, seeing what you're capable of. You can't let people walk on you. Don't make me get my mama activated up in here. Don't make me come over there. Exactly. You have to show people and teach them how you want to be treated. And you got to think about it too. We live in a world where we know we jacked up because we know what's going on in our head. We know what's going on in our head. We know the problems, the drama, the tragedy we have in ourselves. But when we look at everybody else, we have to remember they all got that in them too. So you dealing with broke people, and broke people do not know how to hurt people. So, hey, Raylene, I'm going to be living alone now starting next week. How did it look? I'm just going to turn a couple cards on this because you didn't make a donation. You just shared out. But you done made me preach up in here. Set some value for yourself. I did not know you sent PayPal. I imagine I had to take a peek. I did get it. So I will put you up as soon as I answer this little question. How's it look for you? I don't think you know how to deal with being alone. Honestly, first card, you don't know how to deal with the bondage of it. Then you got the nightmare situation. You got isolation. To you, being alone is not a good thing. It is like you feel unloved, unworthy, and all of that when you are alone. And that comes from the self-love thing. It's not going to be easy for you to be alone, but I'm going to tell you, if you're smart about it and you do some self-reflection and evaluation, you'll be able to learn who you are and use that alone time to build yourself up, and you'll be in a good place at the end of it. It absolutely is mental. Absolutely is mental. And when I say mental, I don't necessarily, when I say mental, I don't mean like crazy, because like I said in the beginning of this, I've got mad respect for mental health professionals, therapists, all that crap. And, your mind is a very complex thing. And, you've got to learn to love you, period. Girl, let me tell you something. Don't even start with no witchcraft shit. Okay. Let me get my dog before he eats this paper thing. Sometimes I think it's witchcraft, but not sure. I'm gonna ask you. I'm a girl. I'm gonna ask you to expand on that, because witchcraft don't make people crazy. Okay, witchcraft don't make people crazy. You leave my mats alone, sir. That's for my plants to sit on so it don't leak on my carpet. Yes, we don't want dirty plant water leaking on my carpet, making my carpet black and dirty. So you stop that mess. You stop that mess. Okay, here's the situation. I don't get this whole it's witchcraft thing. Ain't nobody putting nothing on you. Ain't nobody putting nothing on you. Now, I'm not saying I'll be the first person to tell you things exist because I am a practitioner of the arts. However, there ain't nobody put something on you to make you crazy. This is all internal inside of you, your own insecurities and fears. It's you not having enough internal strength in yourself and enough love and respect for yourself that you allow people to dictate your emotions and your attitude and your happiness. You have to learn to find value in yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, treat yourself with respect, and other people will follow. That has nothing to do with witchcraft or anything. When you are in a state where you do not value yourself and see worth in yourself, what you do is we are all made of energy. Everything. When you are putting out that energy, oh, well, my life's just fucked up. I'm stupid. I'm miserable. Ain't nothing going to come good to me because I don't deserve it. Guess what? That's the energy you putting into the world. We've all heard the expression positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. What you put out is what you get back. So you need to fix you internally, do a reset, and then I don't know how. Exactly. How do you know it's witchcraft? Well, okay, here's the thing. For me, you can absolutely see the traces of the craft. There's a lot of people that want to act like, okay, here's the situation. And I know I'm probably going to catch some flack on this from people. There is legitimate people in this world that have skills and abilities, such as myself, that are practitioners of the craft. These modern day movies and these new little people that think you can like throw some sage at someone's feet and hex them are crazy. Okay? There is things that can be done in hoodoo, voodoo, voodoo, even in the craft. And there's different divisions in the craft. It's like the Strega. They don't limit themselves. They don't follow, unless in self-defense be, ever mind the rule of three, which is saying you don't harm people. There is things that can be done, but it's extremely rare. It takes someone who is very much in control of their thoughts and their emotions to direct the energy and it reach the person that it's intended for and it have the desired effect and results. If someone is cuckoo and off and not balanced and not in control of their life and circumstances, I don't care how crazy they are energetically, they're not going to be able to direct their energy and have to follow through for their intentions to hit somebody. Even when spells and things are done, hexes, root work, 90% of the time it doesn't hit the intended target. The energy gets shit out into the universe. So until you go and act stupid and attract the negative to you, it doesn't take effect. You understand what I'm saying? The Richards or Tim, I can't even see this. What is this? Tia Richards. Tia. It is by donation and it's a minimum of $7 through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. So it's not witchcraft. When you are skilled in the craft, you learn to recognize the energy of the negative work. It would be harder for somebody that wasn't involved in it to recognize it. However, sir, your blanket's not going to come out that way. You have to go into the kennel and pull your blanket out. You are ripping all the little tabs off the end of the blanket, sir. We're going to need for you to stop with the fuckery. And how did you get the rock all the way over there? Good God, Luke. I'm going to need you to calm the hell down, sir. With all of the calming downs. Good Lord. Dog picking up a big ass rock, just carrying it through the house and shit. Okay. That fool, your fool ass, he done went and girl, I'm not gonna keep reading questions for you. I didn't spend enough time on you. You shared, you didn't make a donation. He done went, because I got a plant stand. He went and got my rock, because I had a big rock, off the bottom shelf, took it to his corner where his crate is, pulled his crate about 4 feet out, trying to pull his blanket through the slots in the crate instead of getting it from the inside of the crate, and put my big ass rock behind his crate. He's full of energy. How cute. Yeah, you should live with his 70-pound ass. I love him. But he is like having a damn toddler that somebody gave 4 lines of Coke to and a 2-liter of fucking Mountain Dew at all times. I have hemp gummies that I have to give his ass just so I can get through the day, because he is wide the hell open. All day, every day, every day. I love him. But as soon as I find a pusher that's giving my dog Coke, I'm going to beat the hell out of their ass. Goodness. Now we're going to go to Ray. Not Ray. Good Lordy mercy me. Lee. All right. Hi. Come here. You've seen Luke. You've seen him. Hello. How are you? All right, Lee. Let's get your question in here. Get you situated. Don't look at me like that. You're the one being a fool. You look really good, too. You feel much better than the last couple times I dealt with you. That's a good thing. Okay, I like your cards. He knows Helen, good Lord. First thing that comes up is you have the Justice card in a positive position. So right now, I think that's part of the reason I said you feel really good. You fulfilled soul contracts. You've evolved. You're growing. You're learning. And I feel like through your learning, the external viewpoint that people have of you shifted for the better. The reason I say that is because you've got the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. That card is typically associated with like the matriarchal energy, someone that they view as safe, as secure. Bridget, it's done by donation. You have to make a minimum $7 donation per question through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and I will get you read. But I do feel like with you, Lee, your perspective or people's perspective of you has shifted. So, the people that were looking at you before thinking, okay, well, this is just someone who is, out trying to have fun all the time and all of this, it feels like almost gave them a more grown-up approach or viewpoint of seeing you. And so that's a positive. I also feel like through the last probably 3 months or so, because we're looking at the first position with the cards, that your perspective has shifted also. And some of the things you just didn't want to admit about yourself, you've been forced to see and to admit because you have the Devil card. And since this is dead center, it's dealing directly with you. So it's you speaking your own truth. So you're learning to see your flaws and also to see the things that are positives about you and to be able to speak that truth and not feel like you have to candy coat it or you have to hide aspects of you because you want to be accepted or understood or whatever. So, your cards are really nice. The next thing that comes up is the Five of Wands in a reverse position. So to me, this is an external card also, and it deals with interactions with people. And it's basically saying you feel like used to when things would happen. I left my H off. Used to when things would happen, I feel like you would, I don't necessarily say look for the fight in it or look for the drama in it, but it's almost like you're beginning to evolve beyond that and the need to find that chaos because you're starting to appreciate peace and tranquility and calmness. You're transitioning to a place where you don't even want to do the battle. You are very welcome, Rosie. You don't want to deal with the battle of it. You don't want to constantly be trapped up in drama and chaos. You're starting to appreciate contentment and understanding. I feel like, it's like I said a while ago, the last 3 months have really been a perspective shifter for you. You end up on the Nine of Cups, and that's a very good card. That's somebody completely content with the situation, sitting back, happy, seeing how things are playing out. It's kind of like you reaping what you're sowing. So the positive that you've put out to the universe is starting to come back in. And you're reaching a place where, like I said, you want the calmness, you want the peace. So you can embrace it when it comes in and kind of let it grow. Right now for you, you don't have any swords, so I don't see health issues. I don't see, the pentacles that you had come in was the Nine of Pentacles, which is a viewpoint card. It's not like a financial card, and it deals with the emotional standpoint. Like I said, that's how people view you. And in some ways, I think it's just a feeling of peace starting to creep into your spirit. So, I mean, I don't see any health issues. Financially, I don't see any changes. It feels like a continuation of where you are now, the ebb and flow of it. Um, with the Justice card, what I will say is a lot of times when you're fulfilling so many soul contracts like that, people will start falling away out of your life, out of the circumstances, simply because they fulfilled their purpose and there's no need for them to be there anymore. So it wouldn't be shocking to me if people were just disappearing, and not coming around or not being there or just ghosting. So you need to be preached at. I just saw that message. Well, you're welcome. So I hope you understand what I'm saying, Lee. You look in a really good place. Luke, you want mom put you in kennel? You stop fucking around. No, don't tell me no. I mean, I feel like you're just in a place right now where everything's starting to come together for you too. Interesting. I didn't know that. No. You didn't know what about the card? Hi, Jody. Which card are you talking about? The Justice card with soul contracts? Oh, yeah, it's not just dealing with the soul contract aspects of things, but a lot of times when you fulfill a soul contract with someone, the purpose for that interaction or that relationship is resolved. And so what happens is they will tend to fall away out of the pictures. Not all the times, but a chunk of the time. And it's because their purpose is solved. They have no reason to be there anymore. You got what you needed. They got what they needed. You've evolved beyond the circumstances. So the reads are done by donation through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. It's a minimum of $7 per question. The more you donate, the more time I spend on you. So, if you want to make a donation, I absolutely will read for you. Yes, I can do that. We do have, well, thank you, Angie. We do have control over soul contracts. We don't necessarily make them in this lifetime as far as while we're living physically. We make soul contracts because, when we're on the other side, we sit back and say, okay, I'm weak in this area, or this is area I need to learn about, and I need to push myself in to get mastery of said skills, whatever. And so we say, okay, I'm going to allow this circumstance, this situation, this person to come into my life because it's going to put me in circumstances and places I need to be so I can work on that area to build myself up. So if it's a person that you made a contract with, it could be a situation where, like, say, example, you're in a relationship and this individual is a complete ass and they're abusive. As bad as it is, it could have been a situation where you had to learn self resilience and you had to learn to stand on your own. So that individual came in to teach you how to do that because you had to reach a point where you were just so fed up with the shit that you said, okay, I'm leaving. I'm handling this. And so you fulfill that contract. By you fulfilling that contract and leaving, that person's no longer in your life. So people do fall away. It's not like you just wake up and people are like doodles, and they just disappear in that sense. It's just you can usually tell who the contract's with based on who goes out at that time. And you'll also notice a lot of times when soul contracts are fulfilled with people, the doors open. So usually you have an integration period for about 2 or 3 months afterwards where things settle, the lessons sink in, things make sense. You begin to think clearer about it. And then what happens is another door will open for another soul contract to come in for you to work on. It's not that you created a new one, it's just you had a laundry list of soul contracts before you walked into to be physical in this realm. So you just move to the next one on the list as you progress. So I think I'm going to put you outside and let you pee pee, and then I think I'm going to put you in your kennel. Okay? Does that sound good? So, hit that baby vape. I hope you understood what I was saying and it made sense and you got it. You're my boy. You're my boy. You want to go bathroom? Come on, let's go potty. I'm ringing the bell. No barks. You do the bathroom. When you come back in, I'll put you in your kennel. It is based off of donations. It's a minimum of $7 or more. You can pay through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. I get the donation, and then I put you on the list. All right. So you're in a good place, Lee. You really are in a good place. You fulfilled soul contracts. You're moving forward, doing what you can. So, yeah. Mm. I have drank like so much tea today and coffee. There's a company called Oregon Spice, and it's like a local company, but they make a vanilla chai tea that is fucking amazing. And so, thank you. So I have drank so much of that today. I'm probably gonna have to get up when I go to bed and pee 1,200 times. All right. So I may actually get off of here because I still haven't ate dinner because I had some pot stickers for lunch, but I need to eat dinner. And I've got to get a bunch of things done because Susan comes the 1st, 7 o'clock. But I will be working. So if you see this and you're one of my regulars, reads are $65, and I will be working bits and pieces here and there throughout, even with her here. So hit me up because I'm absolutely working. Go visit my website. It's, hey, lady, you wait till I come on before you come in and go. You wait till I'm leaving before you come in here. But go see my website. It's asaboveawitchespot.com. You can order sage, incense, singing bowls, altar decorations, clothes, runes, tarot cards, divination tools like scrying mirrors, dowsing rods, everything. So go check it out. You can also check out the Facebook page. There's an individual Facebook page for it, As Above a Witch's Spot. You can go check that out, like the page, so you can keep up to date on things and sales and all that good crap. Go check it out. And you can be like, I know her. Like I said, I've got to go back in and redo the website and put the little tabs and organize it and add more products. But there's still like 14 pages of products on there, and I think there's 20 items on each page or something. So with the tarot cards, if you click and it just shows one deck, if you click it, a lot of times it'll show you, like there's a couple on there that have, I think one has 14 decks, one has 23. I've got to break it down and put them individual. Right now, it's got the supplier links. So the supplier that I get them through, if I'm getting 14 decks from them, all 14 decks are there. If I'm getting 23 decks from this particular supplier, all 23 decks is there. No, my homemade products are not on there. I'm in the process right now. The only place you can get my homemade products is in Attleboro. Well, I'm in Oregon, but there is Emerald. I think it's Emerald Square Mall. It is in Attleboro, Massachusetts. There's a place called Medi Missions. They carry my Florida water, things like that. Um, that's the only shop. So, but I mean, I do have things on hand like Florida water, blessing oil, things like that. I mean, if you have something in need for it, absolutely, you can shoot me a line. But I don't have them on my site. What I have on my site is actually like product. It's nothing handmade. And it's just because it's so much easier instead of me having to make products and stuff like that. With the homemade products, if when I make my own, I have leftover, then I let people know and they can get it, you know. Because I've got some people that swear by my body butter. I've got some people that want my Florida water. And like I said, if you're in the Pacific, well, not the Pacific Northwest, if you're in Massachusetts, you can go to Attleboro to Medi Missions and Emerald Square Mall and you can get my Florida water. Because they carry that good stuff. They don't carry that nasty Walmart version. They carry the good Abby stuff. All right. I love you people. I'm going to get off here, do a regroup, feed my face, get this dog situated because it's on my nerves. Yeah, you heard me talking about you. You heard me talking about you. So I love you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys. I love you too. And I'm going to try to broadcast more often. And maybe when Susan gets here, I can broadcast and let you see her. You be like, that's Abby's girlfriend, Susan. All right. Bye.